Number 2. On Thursday night, Horace Tarbox sat in an aisle seat in the 5th row and witnessed Home James. Oddly enough, he found that he was enjoying himself. The cynical students near him were annoyed at his audible appreciation of the time-honored jokes in the Hammerstein tradition. But Horace was waiting with anxiety for Marcia Meadow, singing her song about a jazz-bound, blundering blimp. When she did appear, radiant under a floppity, flower-faced hat, a warm glow settled over him, and when the song was over, he did not join in the storm of applause. He felt somewhat numb. In the intermission after the second act, an usher materialized beside him, demanded to know if he were Mr. Tarbox, and then handed him a note written in a round adolescent band. Probably hand. Horace read it in some confusion while the usher lingered with withering patience in the aisle. Dear Omar, after the show, I always grow an awful hunger. If you want to satisfy it for me in the Taft Grill, just communicate your answer to the big timber guide that brought this, and oblige. Your friend, Marcia Meadow. Tell her, he coughed, tell her that it will be quite all right. I'll meet her in front of the theater. The big timber guide smiled arrogantly. I guess she meant for you to come round to the stage door. Where is it? Outside. To the left. Down the alley. What? Outside. Turn to your left. Down the alley. The arrogant person withdrew. A freshman behind Horace snickered. Then, half an hour later, sitting in the Taft Grill opposite the hair that was yellow by natural pigment, the prodigy was saying an odd thing. Do you have to do that dance in the last act? He asked earnestly. I mean, would they dismiss you if you refused to do it? Marcia grinned. It's fun to do it. I like to do it. Then Horace came out with a faux pas. I think you desist it, he remarked succinctly. The people behind me were making remarks about your bosom. Marcia blushed fiery red. I can't help that, she said quickly. The dance to me is only a sort of acrobatic stunt. Lord, it's hard enough to do. I rub liniment into my shoulder for an hour every night. Do you have fun while you're on the stage? Uh-huh, sure. I got in the habit of having people look at me, Omar, and I like it. Horace sank into a brownish study. How's that Brazilian trimmings? Repeated Horace, and then, after a pause, where does the play go from here? New York. For how long? It all depends. Winter, maybe. Oh, coming up to lay your eyes on me, Omar, or aren't you interested? Not as nice here, is it, as it was up in your room? I wish we were there now. I feel idiotic in this place, confessed Horace, looking round him nervously. Too bad, we got along pretty well. At this, he looked suddenly so melancholy that she changed her tone and reached over and patted his hand. Ever taken actress out to supper before? No, said Horace miserably, and I never will again. I don't know why I came tonight. Here, under all these lights and with all these people laughing and chattering, I feel completely out of my sphere. I don't know what to talk to you about. We'll talk about me. We've talked about you last time. Very well.